This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. This week's Loud and Local Band of the Week is Sorsha. Loud and Local Band of the Week, Sorsha. You want to find out where you can get their music? Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com.
Really digging their sound, and they've been working with Tad Doyle, who's just awesome. They recorded at his studios. They also worked with Jack and Dino, finishing up the record. It's a full length that's out right now, and they're also going to be putting out an EP on July 16th that features a 16-minute epic song called Death by Design.
And you can catch a lot of local music Sunday nights on a show we call Loud and Local. Starts at 8 o'clock Sunday. 2 solid hours of great Pacific Northwest music. Bands like Sorsha.
Let's play Beat Mix.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game. He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, and we've made it. It's Friday. Gotta get down. Well, Danny is joking. Indeed.
Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying.
Yes. Yes.
Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
Happy Friday, everyone. Go out and do something fun.
Okay. I will.
All right, then.
Nice.
What are you going to do?
Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be playing in a hockey game, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Wow.
Somehow I've become part of the NHL alumni. And I'm playing in a Pros versus Joes game. It's like a Kraken alumni thing, which granted, there's no alumni for the Kraken, obviously, because teenagers are, but there's a lot of former pros that live in town. Steve Konowalchuk, Jamie Huscroft, Tanner Glass, Jim McTaggart, and a few others as well. And they're putting on a game called Pros versus Joes. Well, one way to be able to even the odds is to grab a crappy goalie like myself and have me be their goaltender.
Nice.
So I'm going to be playing. I'm the first ever drafted Kraken member, so I should be part of the Kraken alumni. That's going to be tomorrow night over at the new Snoqualmie Snow King Arena.
Nice.
The new hockey arena that was set up over at Snoqualmie.
Ooh, very cool.
Yeah, or rink. It's not necessarily an arena, but it's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of people have raising money for charity and things along those lines. I'm super pumped. Nervous, but pumped.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for one night, I get to say I'm part of the NHL alumni.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Put it on the resume, baby.
You know what? Why not? Right, BJ?
That's what I would do.
First drafted Kraken goalie and part of the NHL alumni. Right there. Steve Miggs, everybody. Boom. Let's get to our contestant. We got Adam and Shelton. Adam, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Adam.
All right, Steve, Mr. NHL. Get out of here. For those playing at home, Adam will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Adam, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Which actress starred alongside George Clooney in the 2013 movie Gravity?
Sandra Bullock.
Yes. Stanley Marsh is a character from what animated sitcom?
Family Guy.
No.
Pass.
What year of the early 2000s did the first Halo video game come out?
2000, 2001, 2002.
2001, yes. What is the real first name of rapper Missy Elliott?
Missy.
No.
Pass.
Lincoln is the capital of what U.S. state?
Nebraska.
Yes. What festival was billed as 3 days of peace and music?
Woodstock.
Yes. What color is the L in the typical Google logo?
Blue.
No.
Orange.
No.
Red.
No. What material are jeans made of?
Denim.
Yes. What word beginning with the letter D describes a series of rulers from the same family?
Dynasty.
Yes. Who is Mila Kunis married to?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
Well, I don't know if denim is a material or if that's just what you call it. Isn't it cotton?
It
Is that what you were looking for,
That's
cotton?
exactly what I was looking for.
But I don't know. If I was sort of confused like you, Rev. I appreciate the fact that you gave it to him anyway.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, I don't have the internet in front of me, and I do know that that is a word that is being used when you say those things.
I like the fact that you're air on the side of the listener, so that, it's that way I have a chance to get a song.
Yeah, you do have a chance now, and I'm pretty sure Steve will answer it the same way anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
You think so?
Yeah. Now that I think about it,
He's a pro.
he is a pro. He's a pro hockey
He's
player.
not a Joe, he's a pro.
For one night and one night only.
Are you ready?
Yes!
What actress starred alongside George Clooney in the 2013 movie Gravity?
Sandra Bullock.
Yes. Stanley Marsh is a character from what animated sitcom?
South Park.
Yes. What year of the early 2000s did the first Halo video game come out?
2001.
Yes. What is the real first name of rapper Missy Elliott?
Melissa.
Yes. Lincoln is the capital of what U.S. state?
Nebraska.
Yes. What
go.
festival was billed as 3 days of peace and music?
Woodstock.
Yes. What color is the L in the typical Google logo?
Red.
No.
Yellow.
No.
Blue.
No.
I almost said the F word.
Oh, please don't. What material are jeans made of?
Dungaree.
No.
Denim.
Yes. What word beginning with the letter D describes a series of rulers from the same family?
Diamonds.
No.
What? Rulers, like inches?
No, like people. Like
Dynasty.
Yes. Who is Mila Kunis married to?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yes, and Steve,
Hold
9 to 7.
All right, fine. It was 9 to 7. I mean, if you can't tell him that he's wrong about what he's understanding, you got to let him keep going, right?
He asked a question. The listeners have asked questions in the past and they'll repeat themselves. So if they ask the question, they're wasting their own time.
Yeah, all right.
Anyone 9 to 7 anyway.
Sorry, Adam.
Almost had a perfect time.
I wanted a song. I think the whole
my
thing
friend.
was, it was
know you
imperfect, if you ask me.
Ooh, haven't heard this in a while.
Felt appropriate.
I'm on protest with this whole thing.
But you just complimented me.
I know, but it's over.
It's a
Taking it
roller
back.
coaster of emotions on this one.
Taking it back.
The only one you guys both missed. What color is the L in the typical Google logo?
How many colors left is green? Hasn't been said.
And you would be correct there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Green.
There it is, green.
I usually say primary colors, but I was thinking the L is pretty far down, so I'm betting that they've already used red, blue, yellow by the time they got to the L. So I think I would have gone with one of the, secondaries on that one.
And you would have gotten it correct, so congratulations there, BJ.
I wonder what was
me, so do I get a song? Come on, let me...
Nope.
I wonder what the thought process is and why they assign certain colors to certain letters on Google.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know why it's a stoner conversation, but you would think if you're going like G, I would go green.
Oh, just because of that?
G and green, yeah.
Like one of the O's would be orange, but
Yes.
what would the other one be? Would they just be both orange at that point?
And why is one O red and one O yellow when both G's are blue? When you just keep both O's the same color, man.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there,
really
Steve.
a stoner conversation.
And why is the E red, but the O's red, man?
Wow.
They doubled it up?
Oh, E. I don't know.
They
Is there a
doubled up
secret
on the G's,
Yeah.
and they doubled up on the reds.
You think there's a secret language that we don't know about? Like a code they're sending out to the people that are in the know?
I don't know, man, but I just think it's weird.
Yeah.
There's a whole article about why.
No,
he
there's
did that.
not.
Yeah, no, there is. But
Is it really?
You have to Google it.
I think I might Bing it.
Can we fire Danny today, please?
I'm gonna duck go it.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right. Hey, we got a TV personality that just returned to television after he exposed himself during a Zoom call. You're going to hear what he has to say.
Awesome.
At 7:19 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Jeffrey Toobin has returned to CNN for the first time since he exposed himself during a Zoom call.
Wow. It's crazy to think that I forgot about that story until I saw this morning. I was like, wait, oh, yes, he did do that.
Yeah, it was 8 months ago, and the network pulled him off the air because, well, he was pulling. The New Yorker also fired him, and this was all for exposing himself. And many said, yeah, he was also like making love to himself while on the Zoom call.
Okay, because I was going to say, not that it's an honest mistake, but if you accidentally were like naked and you thought your camera was off, then okay, get a suspension, get a slap on the wrist or something. But if you're also slapping your own wrist in the process,
that's the
like,
problem.
Dude, you couldn't wait till you guys were done with the meeting? You couldn't wait till you logged off? Closed the laptop?
He was logging on, if you know what I mean.
I guess he was probably using that laptop for other reasons as well.
Oh,
he probably had some tabs open.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. I just can't be patient.
Yeah. Well, so, you got to get through those meetings one way or the other, right? I mean, some people eat popcorn, some people sleep.
True.
Jeffrey Toobin decides it's making love time.
I'm glad I go with the popcorn route because I feel like it's less awkward.
Yeah, yeah. And even if they catch you, you're not going to get fired for that. But so Jeffrey Toobin came back after being gone for 8 months. And here's Allison Camerata from CNN welcoming him back.
To quote Jay Leno, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, obviously, I wasn't thinking very well or very much. I think one point, I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct. I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call. Now, that's not a defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible, but I have spent the 7 subsequent months, miserable months in my life, I can certainly confess, trying to be a better person. I mean, in therapy, trying to do some public service, but I am trying to become the kind of person that people can trust again.
I mean, I don't know if I trust him ever again.
Yeah.
He's too stupid to trust. I'd be like, look, I can't trust you. You are deeply moronic.
And I hated that.
You couldn't wait till the meeting was over before you started slapping your wrist?
Yeah, and it's a mitigated apology again. It's like, you know what, it's indefensible, but it's like, the languaging, and I suffered for so many months, and I went to therapy. Shut up.
Yeah, I would like it. I would like it more if he was just like, yeah, sometimes you get horny. I don't know.
I was dumb and horny.
I was dumb and horny. My wife wasn't home. Whatever. I don't know. Just
I have a short window of time where I can crank things.
Own it.
And this meeting was going too long. It's on you guys for having long meetings.
I agree. I think that, an answer like that would be more acceptable. But, his demographic, his generation, they just don't understand that people just want you to be real, including going, yeah, you know what? I was really feeling it in the moment. I just, you know what? I really had to take the edge off. I'm sorry.
61.
Yeah, he's my age. He's in my country, in my,
Well, maybe he accidentally took one of those pills and didn't realize that the meeting was he was trying to time it. I've done that before, where I've tried to time like a meal in the oven.
I was going to say, you've done what?
No. A meal in the oven, quote unquote.
Yeah, okay, now I know what Steve does when he's got a meal in the oven. I am not going over for any food anytime soon.
Guys, can we hurry this up? That loaf is rising.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Wow. So Jeffrey Toobin returned to CNN for the first time since he exposed himself.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
And he said what he did was deeply moronic. All right, I agree with that part of it. Based
It's been
on
a hard
this,
time for him ever since then.
he should have said that. That would have been great if he just had a lot of euphemistic statements like that. Oh, yeah.
And just laughed about it.
I've got a firm hold on, it's been a hard time, and I don't want to be rigid and, everything, and, I don't want to shaft you people again.
That was very deflated after it all happened.
Yeah.
The best would have been like, look, that meeting should have just been an email, and that's why this happened.
Exactly.
Just blame it on the meeting.
Exactly. Yeah, the meeting was boring. I had to do something. He said it was deeply moronic. So based on this, all right, fine. When did you do something that was deeply moronic? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. When did you do something that was deeply moronic? We'll take your calls and texts after Rage on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer, featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Jeffrey Toobin returned to CNN for the first time since he exposed himself during a Zoom call, and he said what he did was deeply moronic. So based on this...
Welcome back there, Jeffrey. I do love that she did pull the... she said, I'm going to quote Jay Leno, the lady that welcomed her back to welcomed him back to CNN, and said, what the hell are you thinking? That was from the time where Jay Leno interviewed, what was it, Hugh Laurie? And he had the hooker situation.
Oh, you mean Hugh Grant?
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sure Hugh Laurie doesn't want that out there.
No, probably not.
But when he interviewed Hugh Grant, he's like, what the hell were you thinking? I think that's funny that she used that line.
Yeah. Well, it's the idea is you're not thinking. When you're in that state of mind, you're not thinking at all. But own it. Like Danny said, just own it. Stop with these ridiculously mitigated apologies that are so lame. But you know what? He's back. But at least the only thing I agree with his whole statement was that it was deeply moronic. And we're wondering, based on this, when did you do something that was deeply moronic? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Paul in Bremerton. Paul, you are on The Rock. Hello, Paul.
Paulie.
Paul.
You're on the air.
You know what? I deeply regret going to that call was deeply moronic.
What happened to Paul?
Gone.
Man.
Gone in 60 seconds.
It's a tough way to start the weekend, losing Paul.
I know. I hope he's okay.
What does Jeffrey do for CNN?
He also worked for the New York Times, was he, as well? So I don't know. It was a writer maybe that they had come in and comment on stuff?
Like, is he like their money analyst or like what?
Yeah, he's a legal analyst.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. He knows how to handle his briefs. That way.
Wow.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, oh no, it came out of somewhere. That's a fact. I mean, hey.
Do you think he was at all nervous, like moments before they went live?
Oh, yeah.
Or is he like so full of himself that he's like, I got this all handled? You know what I mean? Like some people are just so cocky that they,
as it were, praising Lana,
that they just don't even think it's a big deal. Or
hey,
I can't even try and have a conversation about things.
No, you really can't. Not at all. I'm wondering about, Rev, anything that you've done that you think is deeply moronic in your life?
Oh, yeah. Moving to Arizona for a girl when I was 21.
Oh, that's right. That was the girl who you never even really had any sort of physicality with, right?
No. We met on America Online, as you normally would do.
AOL, baby.
Oh, yeah. And I decided to travel down to Arizona to meet her and, live with her. And live also with what I didn't realize was her actual boyfriend at the time, who was over 50 years old.
Wow. Did
she warn that guy that, hey, I'm inviting another guy and he doesn't know that you're my boyfriend?
Well, he did know I was coming down.
Oh, well, that's at least good news.
He took you to dinner.
What kind of a hippie commune was this place?
Brother husbands.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a reality show, it would have been something along those lines at that point in time. No,
Did you ever have any sort of physical relations with her at all?
No.
I don't know
about that.
I don't know if I believe that.
There's a long
you did. Well, now you've always you made it feel like you were the sad sack of this story, but instead
I was the sad sack in that story.
But at any point, was it a happy sack?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
I mean, if you got to have some action with her, I mean, that's at least
he ended his whole life. Even if he got like a little bit of
I don't know. I feel like if I was Rev at that point in my life where I didn't get a lot of that might have been worth it. I'm just thinking of me. I'm totally projecting.
Yeah, any port in a storm.
Yeah. Well, during those days where no one was really wanting anything to do with me, I'm thinking of those days,
I
Rev.
would love one day just to sit down with them. I don't know if they're still together. Just to get their
they're definitely not still together.
You don't think?
Oh, no. I do realize. No, I found out later on that he ended up moving back to the East Coast, and yeah, he was a creepo.
Look, unless the woman is Vicky, where she's an old soul in a young body, you just have to figure out that a young person is going to do young person stuff, and they're going to be as loyal as an average young person's going to be when it comes to relationships. If you're an older person, you just got to know that. It's like if I'm 61 and I know somebody's in a demographic that's ready that's still not really committable, making commitments, I can't be surprised by that. So I don't think he can be surprised that she's like, hey, I got this guy coming up. Like, yeah, of course you do. Of course.
Let me know when he gets here.
Yeah.
I'll roll out the red carpet.
You're in your 20s. I should be happy that I've had any moments with you being in my 50s. So, but there's no way it's going to be like long term. Come on.
How about this texter says the deeply moronic thing that they did? They put one of those temporary tattoos on his eye, thinking it would look cool when I open and close my eye.
What?
Couldn't open my eye for like an hour.
Oh, why would you think you could put that on your eye? Nothing can go on your eye but a contact. And why do I sound like Jerry Seinfeld when I'm saying this?
What's the deal with eyes?
Wait, did he put it on his eyeball or on the lid?
I'm guessing the lid.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was on his eye itself.
It says, well, that is his eye.
The eyelid is a little bit. I mean, it's not great, but it's still a little better than on the eye
It's still stuck together, and that is a terrifying moment when you can't open your eyes when you really want to.
I agree with that, but I feel a little better about this guy. I guess I should have realized.
I kind of agree. It looked kind of cool, like if you had I don't know, like a monkey's mouth.
Like opening
a monkey's mouth.
When you open up your eye, open an eye, it opens its mouth and closes its mouth.
That would be kind of neat.
Can you please get a monkey's mouth tattooed on your eyelid, Steve? Please, I'll pay for it.
Oh, will you? It's really kind of you.
Oh, will you? All of a sudden, my genius ideas that are not pleasant for you. Oh, now you're standing up for yourself.
This was a temporary tattoo, and at no point am I encouraging anyone to do it. I'm just saying it would probably look cool if it was a monkey's mouth.
I agree, which is why wherever you want to go, Steve, monkey's mouth on your eye.
And I will say, temporary tattoos last longer than you think they would, because I drunkenly once put I had a big sheet of probably over 50 tattoos, and I put it on my entire arm, and I couldn't wash it off for a week.
Dude, when we went to Portland for months since there was this bachelor party, and we ended up going to a Portland Pickles game and got wasted, right? And so they had the radio station there. I don't remember what it was like. The country station there was like the Bull or the Wolf or one of those. They had logos, and they had temporary tattoo giveaway. So we grabbed a whole bunch of them. We're like, oh, that's so cool. And so when Munson passed out, we tattooed like his forehead. We gave him a tramp stamp.
Unbelievable.
It was awesome.
And they were there, and they were there laughing. And they were there like for a couple days, weren't they?
They were there for at least the checkout. Wow. When we checked out, the lady at the desk was looking at him like he was crazy.
That's awesome.
And we just said, let's play it up like as if there's nothing wrong with you. Like there's unless she says something, just
that's fantastic.
Just check out with a giant radio station logo tattooed on your head.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But it take a minute to get off. Yeah. They're hard. I didn't mean it.
I know, but it still makes me laugh.
Good old Jeffrey Toobin. He was Toobin, all right. People were sharing online good and bad experiences with celebrities. And one celeb actually helped a Girl Scout sell cookies, while another yelled at a kid for trying to pet his dog. I'll tell you who did this at 7:40. Make that 7:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.